Stairs and steps can be found in many work environments, whether it be one step or a large staircase going to a second floor, still needs to be inspected. A large part of stairway safety is routine inspections. Some things to check when inspecting or to look out for when using stairs are the following. You want to make sure your steps and risers are slip resistant. In an event where something was spilled or poured on the stairs, slip-resistant treads will ensure it is less likely for a slip or fall hazard. You also want to make sure your steps are the same distance from each other. Our brains get wired to repeat the same action when walking up or down stairs, and uneven steps will pose an unwanted trip hazard. In the case that you have a staircase consisting of 4 or more steps, you're required to have a guardrail system consisting of a top rail and a mid rail. And when doing an inspection or using stairs, you want to make sure the guardrail system is sturdy and not wobbly or loose. Here are some examples. Here we have a great example of slip-resistant steps. They have a lot of grip, and they are also graded, which will keep any liquids from pooling on the steps in the event of a spill. In this next image, we have an example of a staircase with more than 4 steps. And you can see it does have a guardrail system consisting of a top rail and a mid rail. And the steps also seem to be spaced evenly, although you should measure to make sure. Remembering these points when working in an environment with stairs will keep you safer in the workplace.
The codes and standards relevant to safe stairs are intended to provide the public with stairways that are consistent in design and construction and that include features to assist them to use the stairs safely. This is stairway lighting. So as a general rule of thumb, stairway lighting requires switches at both the top and bottom of the stairs when the stairs have more than 3 treads for Canada or more than 6 treads for the United States, as noted in the 2 figures below. Poor visibility of both risers and treads can lead to misreading the stair edge, which can cause faulty foot placement and an accident. So how can we increase visibility? Well, to increase visibility, we can provide visual contrast on tread nosings or at the leading edges of treads without nosings so that the stair treads are more visible for people with low vision. Surfaces colored safety yellow are the most visually detectable according to the U.S. Access Board research. As people descend a stairway, the floor below and the treads are in their line of sight, but the risers, however, are not. Therefore, the top safety priority is to make the treads more visible through contrasting nosings and adequate lighting. The second is step lighting. In low light areas, highlight each step using step lights. Another would be signage. Post signs calling attention to the stairway at waist height on the approaches from both directions. Signage also can indicate whether the stairs are descending or ascending, as well as determining whether a stairway is one way.
How y'all doing? My name is Scooter Baker, and today I will be talking to y'all about stairway visibility. According to OSHA standard 1910-25B, when a door gate opens directly on the stairway, a platform is provided in the swing of the door. The gate does not reduce the platform effective usable depth. In spiral stairways, OSHA standard 1910.25D have a minimum clear width of 26 inches, which is 66 centimeters. 1910.25D have a maximum riser height of 9.5 inches, 24 centimeters. 1910.25D have a minimum headroom above spiral stair treads of at least 6 feet, 6 inches. 2 meter measures from leading edge of the tread. Have a minimum tread depth of 7.5 inches. Measured at the point of 12 inches, 30 centimeters from narrow edge. Have a uniform tread size. These standards help the user stay safe while walking on the stairs and make sure that there are no clearance issue or possible uneven surfaces that can cause a fall.
Hello class, my name is Taylor Colley, and today I'll be talking to you about stairway safety. In this video, I will go over a couple of the specific aspects of stairway safety. These include signage, spills, and stairway visibility. OSHA states in Code 1926-1052 that all slippery conditions on stairways must be eliminated before the stairways are used to reach other levels. This means in the case that there is a spill on the steps or landing area to the steps, that it must be cleaned completely before people can walk up and down the stairs. The ANSI code Z535 standard dictates every aspect of sign design, including standard sign and label colors, signal words such as danger and warning, letter style and size, sign and label placement. This means that signs that have clear colors that make it easy to identify what the hazard is, and colors that make it easily read. Danger and warning should be used to further help identify the hazards so the person can avoid it. Signs should have the letter style where there is clear differences in them and font size big enough to see from a distance. In this stairway, there are a few things wrong, but there is one thing right. In the case of a spill or an emergency, you can mark it off so that nobody can use the stairs while you are cleaning it. And if you go to the stairs themselves, there's no tread on the stairs. The depth and the footing is fine for the riser and the height, but there is no tread. So if it's raining outside, people tracking water on their shoes, it does get slippery. And then there are some signs. This is just the emergency procedure handbook, which one thing that's wrong is it's 15 years out of date. Some of these numbers in here are wrong, so if there is a problem here, you would not be contacting the right people, but there are emergency procedures for chemical spills on the stairs themselves. Another thing that's wrong is there's exposed wires and hot boxes that have not been in use, so they're just, displayed out. So those are some of the pros and I guess cons of this stairway.
Let us get into proper footing. An injury is most likely to happen in any working industry. When taking a step, always look before making another step, because if you don't, your footing may reach a crack and cause a serious injury. Here is a proper way to walk up and down the stairs. I'm about to demonstrate. Notice how I'm being very careful and looking at each step I take. Just like that. Okay. Second, are handrails. Handrails is an important factor because it prevents an individual from falling and causing an injury. And you notice how I was walking up and down stairs, I was using the handrails. Keeping the hands on the rails holds your balance, especially for those who are handicapped. These handrails were not only designed for individuals with a disability, but for everyone else as well. Some individuals might find it less imperative to hang on to these rails. It really takes only this much to miss a step and get hurt. So that's why you be very careful. If every person follows the safety guidelines, everyone goes home injury-free.